Okay, so Halloween parties are so fun to attend this time of year, both for the kids and for the kids at heart.
And joining us today to show us how to make a couple of tasty Halloween treats for our next party is Chef Caputo from Espuma restaurant in Rehoboth Beach. And you're going to show us how to make a pumpkin fright cake.
We are. We have some pumpkin puree. We have some egg whites and almond flour and stuff. And the reason it's a fright cake is because if you don't do it right, it's scary.
It's scary. No pressure there. Put us to work.
All right, so can you separate that egg for me?
Can I?
So we're going to separate the egg yolk from the egg white.
Do you know how to do that, Jimmy?
Do I know how to do that?
Yeah.
Well, usually I just throw it real hard, but you know.
And while he's doing that, we have some butter on the stove. You just put butter in a pot and you cook it, and eventually it will turn brown.
Okay.
And that's what we want.
Okay. So, oops, I just turned it off and you turned it on. That's what happens when we have both of us pushing buttons. Did he already do it?
Are you impressed? I did it right.
He did it. So we're going to put the egg white in the KitchenAid and turn it on high.
You want me to whip it, right?
That's right. Whip it real good.
Whip it good.
So we have some pumpkin puree.
Okay.
You can put the egg yolks in there.
The yolks in here?
Yep.
All right.
And a little bit of milk.
Okay.
And whisk that together.
Whisk that together.
You have to whip it.
Whisk it.
Whisk
it real good.
Well,
I'm just going to stand here.
This is where you're the eye candy. You're the one that makes everything look good.
How long do I whip this?
Until we get some peaks.
Until we get some peaks.
So right now we have the brown butter. I'm going to add that here.
Okay.
It's a little hot, so be careful.
Brown butter in.
So that's good. The brown of the butter gives a real nutty flavor.
Oh, okay.
And mix it real good together.
Real good.
I think I might have peaks. What do you think?
Almost.
Almost have
Not
peakage.
quite
That's right.
Peakage.
And so here, as we get this together,
right,
you can't be so dainty with it. You got to beat it. So
I got to practice my beating, okay?
No one's ever called you dainty before, have they, Jimmy?
Nobody's ever
Never happened.
So we had some almond flour.
Okay.
Some all-purpose flour or regular flour.
Right.
Some powdered sugar.
Okay. I'll do the dishes here real quick.
Have a little bit of vanilla.
Right.
And a mixture of ground ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
Ah, okay.
So we mix this all together. You don't want to beat this too much because the flour, you want it to stay, the cake to stay real light.
Yeah.
So the more you whip it, the tougher the cake will get.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. So I've got peaks. I definitely have peaks.
You definitely have peaks.
She's got peakage.
Okay.
So at this point, we want to make sure we keep as much air in these egg whites as possible.
Right.
So we fold them in a couple of additions.
I'm not a good folder. Will you fold?
I'll fold.
Okay.
So we're trying to fold it and keep as much air in the egg whites as possible.
I'm sorry, I can't let that go.
I've noticed that.
Dainty.
It's going to be dainty all day long. Thanks, Chef.
So see how we fold this together, it's all incorporated.
Okay.
Right.
Then we're going to put the rest of them in. You could do this in 2 or 3 additions, but the more air in the egg whites, the better your cake's going to turn out.
Okay.
Wow, this
So if you mix these in different ways, if you mix the egg whites and before you add the flour, you're going to deflate the whites, and that's not going to be good once the cake comes out.
Okay, so now we want to assemble it. How do we do that?
Assemble it. So we take we've sprayed a tart mold with pan spray, and we take this cake, put it in the mold, and then I have this pretty little poached pear.
Okay.
So we took the core out, poached it in red wine.
Okay.
Put that in.
Wow. Okay, that looks
pop
pretty cool.
that right in the oven.
Let me show that real
Put
quick.
it in our magic oven and
The magic oven, the Harry Houdini oven.
You know what? I may be dainty, but I could cook magically. You watch this.
Okay.
All I have to do is
I'm
get a
glad
hold of
because
it.
I want to eat.
Yeah. Hopefully nobody gets burned here.
Is it hot?
Look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So what we'll do is pop this cake out.
All right. Look at him do that with bare hands. I'm over here with a towel trying not to burn myself.
I'm a professional. And then we took some of the red wine that we poached the pear in, reduced it to a syrup, made a little glaze for it.
Okay, well, while you guys get that ready, don't go anywhere. We're going to taste this when we come back because we have the kids covered in the kitchen. When we come back, we're going to whip up another Halloween treat, but this one may be more geared to the kids at heart, and we'll show you what it is next.